Hey, Len, it's Abby. Just wanted to record these training videos for you. There will be three videos. This first video is going to cover how you can log in and update your pictures, videos, font, and any content on the pages, including the investment tips and all of those tips that we have on the front page. All right, so we're going to go to the GoDaddy.com, log in, click on My Account, and then Manage WordPress. And then just go ahead and hit Manage, and then the Demons Enterprise. I always recommend just having the tab up in your, just a tab in the browser too. So after you make changes, just refresh so you can see it live. All right, as you're already familiar, here is the dashboard for updating the content. More than likely, you'll just need to use Pages. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the home page here. So the software that I use is pretty good because you can literally just build the website from scratch and just drag and drop it. So it's definitely useful. And I tried to label each section for you. So when you went to each individual section, like the call to action button at the top, you can simply, next to each element, just press edit. And then you'll just get the options on like what the text should say. Then you can click on click to configure button. And you can see the different colors. You can choose the color, you can choose the style, and you can kind of play around with it. And what's really cool is that you have the preview box at the top too. So anytime you make changes, you can preview them right away. Anytime you want to make a change, just go ahead and hit save here, and then make sure you hit save up there. All right. To go ahead and edit the picture that we have on the home page, I just labeled it homepage photo. Hit the edit button next to that. And then here's the image file that's there. I just went ahead and created this just really quickly, just kind of a filler, just something cool to just throw on there. So you can always feel free to swap it out, doesn't matter. Whatever your preference is totally fine. To swap it out, next to image file on any page, you can just click on the three dots, and then you can just go to your image library, and then just select from here. You can play around with the image size if you want to, have a really big one, really small one. You can play around with it as needed, just to make sure that it works for you. When you're done making any changes, make sure you hit save and then save at the top. All right, and then you'll get the successfully saved pop-up, so you always know when it's saved. This is the Facebook feed that I created for you. Here's the tips section over here, and as you can see, what you can actually do if you really want to just get like a visual of the exact breakdown of the page. Like I said, if you have this up at the side, you can just see the structure goes right along with it. So let's say you wanted to edit the budgeting tips. The tips would be like under here. So for budgeting, you'd click over here for accordion. And then you can see the preview up here. So what you do is for the first tab, you'd go ahead and go to the right for the first one. There's the star icons next to each one. So you click over here to the right, click on the edit button, and then you see budgeting. So in the section for budgeting under here, you can go ahead and let's see, I'll just use a quick example. I'll use a bullet and then just put save money or something like that. So I'll go ahead and put that as a tip and I'll save it, hit save again. And then I'll go to the page and then just refresh. And you can just see the tip pop up under it. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of a really cool accordion. So you can simply just go ahead and click on the tab, and then under it, you'll see that. This is for the video, for the Financial Confidence Now video. It doesn't have audio for your voice. I just put it on there just because I figured that's what you wanted. But if you want to swap it out, just hit the edit next to video. And next to the video file, just go ahead and hit the edit button and just choose, if you upload a different video or something like that, you can just go ahead and just choose from the summary. Your child is so cute. All right, Here we go. And once you're done, just go ahead and hit save and then save again. And over here is the reasons for the course. Next to each, if you want to edit any of them, just go ahead and hit the edit next to it. And then you can just see the text right there. Pretty cool. All right, and then over here is an other call to action button that's at the bottom. If you want to edit anything with that, hit the edit button. You can go ahead and change the wording if you need to. Click to configure the options for the button. You can change that. You can change the size and the color, depending on what your preference is. Whenever you're done, hit save, and then hit save again at the top. And that's about it, just for updating the content. Let me go over to the About page. So pretty much for the same thing, for each page, the structure at the top and the bottom is pretty much the same, essentially with how you'll just hit the edit button next to each little option there. So here's the bio sections, just so you have that. I tried to label it short bio, long bio, logo at the bottom, just so you can go ahead and, if you want to swap anything out, click next to it. Next to the image file, hit the button, and then you can just go ahead and select from there. And as for the bio, like for the long bio, you hit the edit button next to it. And then you can just go ahead and edit the text if you need to, swap it out, whatever your preference is. Once you're done, anytime, make sure you hit Save Page at the top. Make sure you see that successfully saved. If you ever make a change and when you hit Save Page, let's say it just keeps spinning, just go ahead and wait a little bit and then just try to like refresh again. Because sometimes if you made like a lot of changes at once, it might not save at the same time. It might take a little bit of time. So just to make sure about that. And essentially that's it when it comes to updating the actual page content.